four seniors and the sophomore start for the Boilermakers as Matthias comes up short. And Rousey has it. Marquette wants to run. Here's an Cheatham. The lefty has it blocked. Carson Edwards got a piece of that. And now in transition, it is Purdue. Haas with the throwdown.
Wow. Carson Edwards. So Marquette doing an excellent job of limiting the three-point look.
Oh, swatted by Harms. Just a blast on Hanif Cheatham.
Hey, you know what? I'll take Matt Harms on my team anytime. Howard might pull up in transition here.
And Howard lets it fly and hits the rainbow three-pointer.
Similar to this young man right here.
Edwards runs into traffic, turns it over. Elliott jumps the lane. Elliott, he's shifty. Finds Rousey. Pass was a little short, but Rousey can't hit. Followed by Hauser. And now there's room to work for Marquette inside. Hauser slows it down. Oh, it's blocked by Rousey. Got time. Down to two. Rousey all the way in. Had it swatted by Edwards. And that takes us to the end of the first half. Carson Edwards flying high as he pins that one on the backboard. Wow. All these shooters, they haven't gotten into a rhythm this entire game for Purdue. Haas has been fantastic. Road test for the Boilermakers. And Haas with a spin and throws it down again.
Very methodical right here in their attack.
Back inside to Haas. Got a quick spin, goes the other way and scores it with the left. Unstoppable when Haas is going this good. He is having a big night tonight.
Mike Hill hanging out with the coach Steve Lavin, sharing the sugar, and also we're joined by the Purdue head coach, Matt Painter. Thanks for joining us here. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
It seemed like you showed your versatility on offense here in this ball game overall. In the first half, you threw it down low to Isaac Haas. You were very effective there. And then in the second half, when Marquette started doubling, you were able to kick it outside and you started hitting some big threes. Was that game plan going in just basically to take whatever Marquette's defense gave you?
Well, we wanted to get in transition. We wanted to dominate the defensive glass and try to get in transition. And then the half court, you know, play through Isaac. Obviously, we were in foul trouble. And Matthias had two, Haas had two, and then Vince Edwards was in foul trouble the whole game. So we're able to kind of battle through that, but I thought it was important just to keep getting those post touches and make them double us. They're not used to doubling, and we thought if we could get them in rotations, that would be effective.
Yeah, the decisive run really came when Marquette started to double, and you got it out and around the horn for some backside threes. There was a nice dive from the top as well, and a dump off from Haas to Eifert. In terms of preparation for double teams, what were the points of emphasis?
Well, we just wanted to dive our four as quick as we could and then just spread our shooters out. And so sometimes we throw it in from the top, sometimes obviously the wing. But with Isaac getting him on that left block, that was the best thing for us, so he could be passing and looking over, and he makes better decisions from that side.
Carson Edwards, of course, had a huge game in the last game, 15 points today. He really stepped up in the second half. What did he bring to your team tonight?
Well, he struggled in the first half. He didn't let the game come to him. He had 4 turnovers. He had a couple tough shots. He just settled down and just let the game come to him. He saw the tough one he made in the corner, and he could do that. But if he just lets things come to him, he's pretty special.
And he had a huge block right before the end of the half as they were making a run.
That was a huge play. You know, we were up 30-19, and they made that run there at the half. And then for him to be able to get that block, and we were able to keep the lead.
Also a key stretch in the second half. Still a game closely contested, and a big bucket by Matthias, and then a bucket by Edwards. Talk about those two and their ability to step up as crunch time performers with their experience and deliver.
Yeah, well, Matthias has been really efficient for us, and we know for him, we try to get the ball in his hands as much as possible because he's such a good passer. Vince Edwards, we try to get in the low post, kind of try to get him the basketball all over the court and just try to have balance with those guys. We wanted to get him in motion game. They went so small, sometimes it's hard, so we just kind of played smash mouth there after we got in foul trouble.
Cheatham, quiet night, 5 points. What were the points of emphasis in terms of scouting report and preparation for defending
We just
him?
wanted Cheatham to stay out of the lane. You know, make it. We fell down one time in transition. He stuck a 3. That was one of his 2 baskets, but we just wanted to try to keep him out of the lane and not let him get those layups.
Well, you guys stayed in the lane because you dominated as expected. The points in paint, I think you outscored him 30-12, and that had a lot to do with this big man right here, Isaac Haas.
Yeah, when he keeps it simple, he had a couple plays in the first half where he had layups and he kind of faded away and he blocked his own shot a couple times. When he just keeps it simple and just takes his time, you know, he's pretty efficient.
It's early in the season. No one ever wants to project or play this game, but that's what we do. So this team, as it stacks up, you know Purdue history as a player, as an assistant, as a head coach, even in the years you were away at other programs, Southern Illinois, Eastern Illinois, you followed the Boilermakers closely. Is this a Final Four team, a potential breakthrough team, if you continue to develop?
Well, I think we're going to face a couple Final Four teams if the chips fall in our tournament coming up in the Bahamas. So I think that's more important to worry about Tennessee in that first game and then kind of worry there. And I think after that tournament, we can kind of see going up against those kinds of people. That's a loaded question.
Katie asked me.
We're 3-0.
Hey, no,
that's a loaded question.
Gene Katie called and told me, you've got to ask Painter, is this a Final Four or a national championship team? Because you know he loved that question.
They're a fun team to coach. We can shoot the basketball. We have some good size. Our bench had to play today, but I think you're getting carried away a little bit early in the season.
Just want to heat that seat up.
Well,
just want to heat up that seat.
You're 3-0, and then you did go to the Sweet 16 last year. And Coach Wojciechowski did say this looks like a Final Four team, this Purdue team, but that's looking ahead to the future. Let's go back to the past because you guys go way back like Jerry curls. As a matter of fact, you go back before Jerry curls, it seems. You remember this? Steve Lavin, the graduate assistant on this Purdue team, in which you were a player on?
That's about 60 pounds ago. You know, right there, yeah.
100.
I was more of a split end there. Now the blocking tight end or maybe even a tackle.
And that's when you were doing the great Bill Raftery impersonation.
Yeah.
Can you do one for us right now?
No,
Give us a Raftery impersonation. Please, just give us one.
No way. The thing is, I was in labs coaching theory class. I was in it for a month. And then he, for some reason, I don't know what, the head of the phys ed department, I get kicked out of the class just because there's too many people in the class. So here I'm trying to learn the game, trying to learn from him, his tutelage. And then he says one day he comes, after I went to like, I don't know, about 10 classes, hey, you're no longer in this class.
Actually, we were trying to protect the academic integrity of Purdue University. You would have been a ringer. It's not fair. You were too far advanced. You were always a basketball savant, asking questions, even when you were a player, about the game and about coaching. No surprise you're having success that you're having.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
No, Steve Lavin, you actually turned out to be a pretty good coach, too, and it started there at Purdue once again. Let's look at this photo right here. What's happening here?
Yeah.
Brush and I.
Brush and I, the wing.
Okay.
That's Steve Scheffler on the right. Chucky
Kind of looks
White
like a kung fu move
no
you did
doubt.
right there.
Chucky White with the good guns going
No
there.
doubt. A couple of heavyweights there.
What kind of coach was Lav back in the day as a graduate assistant?
You know, he's 24, 25, 26 years old. A lot of energy. He'd do the King's drill, do a stance, a mass stance drill, whatever. We didn't like it, but he'd be in there in energy, trying to get us in a stance, trying to get us to play hard. And see, that was his deal. He was always into us about being in a stance, man-to-man defense, and then he gets a head coaching job and he zones all the time. And I was like, hey.
You got to find a way to survive, right? You got to be creative, adjust to your personnel.
Yep, coach the players, your guy. Coach Matt Painter, thanks so much for your time. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.